So our game or end of game situation is Valparaiso versus Mississippi, Ole Miss. This is a 1998 NCAA tournament game, and very very exciting. It's known as the Shot by a guy by the name of Bryce Drew, he was at Vandy. I think he got fired. I think he's now at Grand Canyon. But man, great end to this game where we talked about the differences of doing this. The famous Kentucky Duke finish where they didn't put anyone on the ball, which I think took place a couple of years before this. So yeah,
for the pressure.
let's watch that again.
The inbounds pass to be thrown by
Perfect
Jamie Sykes.
pass.
Carter pressure.
Perfect execution and great shot. All right, today we'll be talking about a secondary offense. And we might get into zone this lecture. We might save it for a separate lecture. But your secondary offense, your primary offense is going to be, your fast break, right? You try to kick it up the court, score as quickly as possible. Your secondary offense is if, like, you kick it up the court and you're not able to score right away. Just some action, some different things that you can do to, and really within probably like a 5-second period, 5-second amount of time, that would just give you more scoring options, to keep you from having to necessarily run like through your plays. And so we'll talk about that today, and we'll watch a little bit of film of that one also. Let's see here. All right. So again, your secondary offense is early offense when you do not score in the fast break. When you do not score out of your primary break, like I said, a lot of coaches, they'll call it early offense, right? Like something that we can get still pretty quickly, maybe not as fast as a fast break, but something that we can still get pretty quickly. And there are reasons why we want to try to take advantage of this. One is mismatches, right? So you're coming down. That's the thing about, our sport is that the people who play offense also play defense. And so depending on where a shot is taken, depending on what your offensive principles are, as far as your fast break principles, you can end up with mismatches, right? Because sometimes, and we'll talk about this more when we get into defense, but you got to guard like the closest person around. You might not get on the person that's necessarily guarding you. Or it could be that, you're not guarding the person that guards you. So when you go down on the other end of the court, that's a favorable mismatch for the offensive team. So your secondary offense, I mean, you can really just take advantage of just missed assignments or things that just take place in transition, because it's in transition. The defense is not set. The ball is still live. And this is why when we talk about in the game scenarios, why some coaches don't call timeouts at the end of the game, right? They'd rather it be a live ball situation, and hopefully you can get a team caught in a mismatch or a missed assignment and get a better shot off, as opposed to calling the timeout and allowing the defense to get set. So yeah, in your secondary offense, you want to, it gives you opportunity to take advantage of some mismatches. It helps give you more possessions in the game. I mean, just think about it. If I can come down and I can score or get a shot up, within 10 to 15 seconds, that's just going to allow my team to possess the ball more, even with the shot clock. Even if the other team decides that they're going to take the entire shot clock every time, I'm still getting up more possessions throughout the game by getting shots off faster. So you want to have a good secondary offense for that reason. Like, it'll allow you to still get some good shots up, some good looks up, but it'll give you more opportunities to get shots off throughout the course of a game. And it allows your players to make plays versus running plays, right? Like, it's live, it's you're going, and so it just allows your your best players, not just your best players, but all your players, just to make something happen. It's kind of like uh, not necessarily playground basketball. I don't want to describe it that way, but it is. I mean, it's you kind of have to play with those instincts when you're talking about second year. Like there's some ways you want to set things up, as far as what your secondary is going to look like, and maybe some reads and stuff off of it. But at the end of the day, like your players, it's them just playing basketball. Like, hey, we want to put you in this scenario, this situation, and now you just gonna make something happen. Um, so that's the beautiful thing about secondary offense too. Like you can allow your players to kind of play a little bit more instinctual, and as opposed to just coming down and setting up and running a play and allowing the defense to get set and allowing defense to kind of you know settle down for a little bit, as opposed to having to think quickly and do things a little bit more on the run. All right, so some secondary principles. The pass is faster than the dribble, right? Like you want to get that ball up the court as quickly as possible. Again, the quicker you get up the court, the faster the defense has to react, and the faster that they have to react, the faster they have to rely on reacting quickly. The more times you put them in that scenario, I think the more opportunities you have for them to make mistakes, right? So got to get the ball up the court quickly. Uh, One, because it allows you to be in some advantage situations. You get up the court, and now you have opportunity to be 3 versus 2, right? You have the opportunity to get 2 versus 1. You have the opportunity to get 4 versus 3. Whereas if you just dribble it up the court, um, there's going to be more opportunity for the defense to get back, and even if there's a mismatch, they won't be disadvantaged from a numbers standpoint. So you definitely want to get the ball up the court quickly. Everyone needs to run hard, man. Like we were watching film the other day in practice, and it's just amazing what happens. Some of the things that take place when you just run hard, when you just bust it down the court, man. It's amazing what happens, because how it puts pressure on the defense. Even with some of our half court stuff that we were talking about, like with the Euro ball screen, like the post player rolling super hard, like it just puts pressure on the defense and makes someone have to decide whether they're gonna try to guard this person or guard that person. So yeah, everyone definitely must run hard and get down the court, and then you want to have good spacing. Right, that's going the spacing is what is going to allow your players to kind of just make plays. It's going to allow them to be able to see what's there and just, hey, I'm gonna make a basketball move. I'm gonna drive this lane, and it's kind of like a one-on-one scenario, and I'm gonna use the moves that I've been working on to get a good shot opportunity. All right, here's some terminology. So you have your outlet. A lot of times that's going to be the first pass. A lot of times it's the point guard, right? But the rebound takes place, the defensive rebound takes place. Now you're on offense. So that first pass out is normally an outlet pass. There's certain areas of the court where it can happen, but a lot of times it's just that first pass, getting the ball out so you can get it up the court. You have your wings. They normally run wide down the sides of the court, on both sides of the court. For us, that's going to be our 2 and our 3 player normally. But there are times where it's not. If for instance, if our 3 gets the rebound and they're bringing the ball up the court, then our point guard, they would take one of the wings. But yeah, so they're running wide. Then our rim runner, I mean, it's imagine what we call it, the midline down the middle of the court. That rim runner is just, they're running, it's in the description, rim runner. They're running to the rim. They're running hard, normally down the middle of the court. And, a lot of times this is reserved for the 5. Some teams allow the 4 and the 5 to switch, to kind of interchange, just like they allow their wings and their 1 through 3 to interchange with the outlet in the wing positions. For us, normally our shooting guards, they're going to run on the right side of the court. Our 3s are going to run on the left side of the court. And this year, our rim runner, we've interchanged our rim runner. So it could be our 5, it could be our 4. You know, if the 4 gets the rebound, the 5 is gone. Or whoever's the furthest down the court. You know, if when the shot goes up, if the 5 is defending at the top of the key and the 4 is down at the block, the 5 is gonna be the rim runner. Vice versa. If the 4 is you know, defending at the top of the key and the 5 is at the block, then the 4 is gonna be the rim runner. But they're running hard to the rim, trying to, you know, get things open, try to get it as easy basket as possible, or really just to get great position, down there, against whoever there is defending them. And then when we have our trail position, and so, you know, if the 5 is the rim runner, then the 4 is going to be the trail, and vice versa. We do a lot of stuff as far as our secondary is concerned, with, you know, the trail person coming in. Our post players can shoot. So that trail person comes in a lot of times to the top of the key and ready to like just trail in, and we call it the trail 3, knockdown threes. So yeah, so this is just a little bit of the terminology. We'll watch some film on that, and we'll get, like I said, I do have another slide for zone offense, but that'll be I'll say that as its own separate, shorter lecture. But yeah, we'll get ready to watch some film. Again, secondary offense. It just allows you, as you'll see from the film, like you don't get things right away, but you'll have some actions that you can run to where, hey, I'm not scoring in like, you know, 3 seconds, but I'm scoring within like that 5 to 10 second mark, that 5 to 15 second mark, where we're not having to come down and run our offense. We kind of just allowing our players to play, generate more possessions throughout the game, more possessions that gives us more opportunities to score throughout the game. All right. So I have some clips here from our secondary / early offense that we run. And, you know, I'll start by saying, like, we kind of split the court up into like 5 parts. And you'll see here in a little bit. And like I talked about, like with us, a lot of stuff is interchangeable, between the 1, 2, and 3, and the 4 and 5. And that's what a lot of programs. So this far, like 1/5 of the court outside, that's what we call the 2 lane. This next lane over is what we call like our 1 lane. And that's going to be like the point guard. The 2 is going to be the shooting guard. The next lane right down the middle of the court is our 5 lane. That's our rim runner. And, you know, that was part of the terminology that we just discussed in the PowerPoint. The next lane over is going to be our 4 or our trail. And then this far lane over here to the left is going to be our 3 lane. Now, one thing with us is the 1 and the 4 lane, they can be interchangeable. So the person that's bringing the ball up the court, if they're on this side of the court, they're going to be here, and the trail is going to be here. The trail is going to always be opposite of the ball. All right. Now, in this particular portion right here, our 3 actually gets the rebound. So they have the ball. They're going to run the 1 lane. Our point guard right here, since the 3 has the ball, they're going to run the 3 lane. So that's where that interchange takes place. All right. So our rim runner is already up the court. All right. Our 4 got up the court before our 5 did. Boom. So they rim run, and our 5 automatically turns into the trail position. Now, one thing we like to do a lot is we'll drive at someone. She beat our 2 up the court. Our 2 is a shooter. She drives hard at the defender, turns around, and makes the pitch pass. And, you know, we have shooters with some range, and so knocks that down. Here we get the steal. So our 1 is running her lane. She loses the ball. Look, our 2 running her lane. 3, our 4 is going to run down to the rim runner spot. Our 3, she sees someone already over here, so she's going to get over here to this 3 lane. We make the pass ahead. Good, strong drive here. And then this is like our 4. So our 4 stays out. Right, and we run these lanes. Look at the spacing we have. Good, strong attack. On attack, she drops down to the corner. and then our trail stays out. She claps the defense with the drive. Boom. Trail has an easy shot there. This is our 1 and our 4. All right. Now our 1, she drives. She knows our 2 is going to get out behind her, right? So this is a great pass. She knows her 2 is coming. Turns, looks for her. Boom, easy basket. And that's because we know, like, you know the lanes. You know where everybody is supposed to be. And so she was able to find her. And the key is you got to run those lanes. Got to run them hard. Now here is off of like the defense is back there set up. So this is more like an early offense type secondary. Those other ones kind of are like in our primary offense, primary transition offense. But here to set up, she's crossing court, which we want our 1s to do that every now and then. 3 is over here. Our 2 is on this weak side. You can't see her. And our 5 is down in the paint. They execute a backdoor pass, forcing this person to come over and help. She makes the extra pass to our 2. And again, we call that early offense. It's a 30-second shot clock. We scored with 20 seconds left to go, 19 seconds left to go in the shot clock, right? So we call that early offense. And we score with 2 passes. We get a rebound, 1 pass, 2 pass. We would consider that early offense. All right, it's another one. 5 gets the rebound. So our 4 is going to take off and be the rim runner. 5 is going to be in that trail position. All right. We have our 2 and we have our 3 over here. 3 on the left, 2 down here at the bottom, 24. Again, one thing we like to do, because we have 3-point shooters, we like to drive hard at the defense. So watch, she's going to drive hard at the defense, get down there, boom, make this pitch pass, and we have the post players that can shoot it, and we knock it down, right? So this is our early offense / secondary. Like primary offense, we would have loved to get it up and get a layup. We couldn't do that. So she just drives hard, boom, drops it back, easy shot. Rebound here, all right? So in this scenario, our 5 got the rebound. She kicks it back to our 4. 2 is already running up here on the right. 3 is down here on the bottom. You see our point guard right here by half court, all right? Now, remember what I told you. Since our 4 has the ball and our 4 can bring it up, if you look right here, our point guard is looking back to see where she's going. So the point guard, she chooses, they always going to be, the 4 and the 1 will always be opposite of one another. So she runs this lane. Our 4 comes up. And because we have a 4 that can take the ball off the dribble, right? We allow her to just play basketball. And that was one of the points that we made, is that, you know, in your secondary offense, you give opportunities for your players to make plays as opposed to running plays. Here's another one. Rebound by our 2. So our 3 gets the rebound. This is our point guard up here, top left. So since the 3 is bringing it up, our point guard is going to run the 3 lane. Rim runner. All right, great to have a rim runner. Watch number 12. She's running. She's beating everybody down the court. All right, we kick it up to our 2. They get confused. We kick it up to our 2, and that's a bucket. We're going to let that fly. Again, early offense. Here we go. Our 3 gets this rebound. And this is good. So our 3 gets the rebound. So she's running the 1 lane because she's bringing it up. The young lady back here is going to run this 2 lane. Our 2 is going to run the 3 lane, right? Because they're all interchangeable. So she's over there. She's just going to run that lane. We cross the court like we like to do. She makes the pass to the 4. 4 makes the pass to the 3 lane. And then this is why you have this rim runner come down here. And we get the and 1. Still here. And again, this is why like everyone has to run their lane. So we get the attack on this in this 3 lane. We kick it back to our 4. our trail, right? The terminology we use in our PowerPoint, and boom, that's a bucket. All right. Now let's look at some Carolina men's basketball from their championship year. Similar stuff. They have the 2-lane, this wing getting out wide, getting out quick. The ball is coming up this like to that second fifth of the court. We kick it up to the 2-lane, with the attack there. And their trail, right, Isaiah Hicks, he's not a three-point shooter. So their trail is going to feel down the lane, and he gets the and one there, right? For us, that trail person is going to stay out. But again, same, we want ours 2. We kick it up to the 2. They got shot or drive. That's their mindset, shot or drive. And so we get this, they get this attack here for Carolina. The 5 is down here. They're running. Watch his trail come in with the field and the and one. All right, again, early offense, 23 seconds left in the shot clock, right? They get that done in 7 seconds. All right, 4 gets the rebound. Look at number 3 right here. He's going to run this run position. This wing is getting wide. They're already looking to kick the ball up. All right, look at this rim run here. And then he finds him. All right, again, just like the defense is back, the defense is set because the way the offense is running in, boom, easy offense, early offense. And again, look at this, 25 seconds. And it's just you put them in good spots, and then they just make plays. He has to finish that over a good defender, and they score in 6 seconds. All right, same. So look at this. We do this as well. So let's slow it. All right, number 4 right here. He's setting what we call a get screen, right? And that's something that you set in transition when you go up and you get the defender. Our 5 is on the rim run. We have our 2 people running wide right here. He sets the screen, right? Our 5 is able to open up. Just easy offense right here. Again, players just making plays. And again, this is the 4 just deciding, hey, I'm going to set this screen. He has the freedom to do this. We talk about it too. Like, hey, if you're up ahead, we tell our guards to use that person as a brush screen. That doesn't always have to be a get screen. But great job there out of transition, early offense. There's another one. Now, again, this stuff can happen even off a score. So Kentucky scored. Look how quickly they're getting the ball out, running their lanes hard right here. And they kick it back to that trail position, all right? So the 1, let's go kick it up to the 2. The person is trailing because of the hard rim run. This rim run right here, the defense is, everyone is suckered. They have to get back in. He recognizes it too late, and they get it to the 4, and that's a 3, right? So they've scored, again, 5 seconds. Early offense. Here's another one. He kicks it up to the wing, and it's after a score. So the fans are cheering because Butler just scored. They kick it out, make that outlet pass. That's part of the terminology we talked about. This person right here, he's the 4, right? The person in the middle of the court right here, he's the 4, but he's the first person down, so he's going to rim run. The person that took it out of bounds, Kennedy Meeks, plays the 5, but he's the second person down, so he's going to come in that trail position. All right? Your player's just making plays. Justin Jackson is a shooter. They know he'll shoot his shot, so he's gonna get 3 people to sell out to try to block his shot, and then that's an easy dump down to Luke May at the 5 spot, right? And so all of that's just about running your lane. Look, they score 5 seconds, right? Butler scores, everyone's happy, boom, they get it out quickly, and their players they run their lanes and they just make plays. So I hope that was beneficial to you. A lot of the terminology is going to be the same. What we do here is not too different than what I did before I came here. It's a little bit more specific as far as who runs what, but a lot of even that is interchangeable. But the rim run, the trail, like that terminology is the same and pretty much universal. So yeah, like it's good that it's something that you need to have as a coach, because you want to score as quickly as possible. Defense, they might be back but not set up. You might have a mismatch, or they just having to make that transition quick from offense to defense, and that gives you the room that you need to be able to get the shot that you want to get. So hope this is beneficial for you, and don't hesitate to reach out if you need anything. All right, take care.